your needs were not only indoors, but also outdoors, right? So in these facilities, you had to cover both indoors and outdoors, correct? With
Yeah, yeah.
wireless.
So we had a mix. So some of it was some of Cargill's facilities was just warehouses, and fork trucks around. So those were real easy to do. You figure out the inside of the warehouse, figure out the fork trucks, light up that area. The fork trucks aren't going to go outside the warehouse, so I call them the cookie cutters, right? Those are easy. But then we had a mix of indoor and outdoor, and whether you did an outside in strategy or you worried about that. And so, right. And so we've done some very unique use cases. We had a contractor row at a facility. BP has a very similar use case to that, but we had a facility that had a bunch of trailers lined up and they had needed to put time in on Cargill's record. They had no fiber optics down there. They needed connectivity. So each of these trailers put a Starlink connectivity on top of them, and they were charging Cargill back for each of those Starlinks. So we enabled 5G connectivity down there. We dropped a Digi down in each trailer, and we allowed a couple ports of Ethernet off that Digi, and we put the two devices that needed to put this time in off those trailers, and we eliminated these Starlink, uplinks off these trailers, and that become an overall savings. And so that's some of the side benefits you have for something like this. I don't think we need to run a network switch and an IDF closet off of this, but putting something like that and saying, what are we doing here, and pockets of that extra connectivity, it becomes kind of like the old MacGyver show, to where it's a multi-tool. Once you put it in, you're like, oh yeah, we could do this. You need to add a camera out in a parking lot. Axis has a camera that we're testing right now that is 5G enabled now. So used to be when we used to have cameras out in the parking lot, we were running fiber out to each pole out in the parking lot. We were spending 20 times the amount of money on fiber to light up cameras than what we were paying for the camera. So 5G cover the parking lot. Now we just need to get the camera on top of the light pole and we're done.